Hi, and welcome to today's case study on the London Window Cleaning Company, where we're going to look at how we can update the site to improve its organic visibility on search, and also on how we can improve the conversion rate to turn more site visitors into inquiries. The agenda that we're going to go through today is first of all to go through and give you a bit of a background on the company. We're then going to look at the factors that we can change to improve the organic rankings, and then we're going to look at the design of the site and see what we can update there to improve its conversion rate. We'll start by giving a bit of a background to the company. They provide window cleaning services to both residential and commercial buildings. Currently the split between the two areas is very even, doing 50% of the work within residential and roughly 50% of the work for commercial buildings. But they would like to have a bit more of a shift towards the commercial buildings, as this is where they get more repeat business from. In terms of the locations that they target, it's central, eastern and northern London areas, and it's also worth noting that they offer a no quibble money back guarantee, so if anyone is unhappy with the services they provide, they get a full refund. So if we now look at the SEO factors and see what's been done well and what areas could be improved, we'll start by having a look at the home page, and then we'll look at one of the internal pages. So if you start with the content, there's a decent amount of content. It's about 100 words, but for pages that you're looking to optimize, especially if they're competitive keywords, you should really look to have between 300 and 500 keywords. But they do have a good keyword density, so we have cleaning windows here, window cleaning here, window cleaning. The keyword density for the content should be between 3 and 5%. Another way that this content could be improved is that it could be broken up by using paragraph headings, which if you include the keywords within the paragraph headings, it reinforces what the page and what the content is about, but it also makes the content a bit more scannable and makes the content more digestible. But if we look at the meta details, if you right click and then click on view page source, you'll then be able to see the meta details on the site. So for the title, we've got the London Window Cleaning Company, which is fine. It's the name of the company and includes their target keywords. For the description, they've got London window cleaners using reach and wash system to safely clean your windows. Again, it has the keywords, it describes what they do. One way that it could be improved is by including a call to action at the end, as this is what gets shown in the search results pages. So if we just have a look at a search results page here, it's the content that gets shown here. So putting in something like find out more or request a quote today could increase your click-through rate. In terms of the keywords, they've got window cleaning, London Window Cleaning Company, which is fine, but then they also have keywords here which aren't really relevant or aren't keywords that people would search for, so they should really be removed, as they're just diluting the message of what the page is about. So if we go back to the home page and then look at the residential page, very similar, it follows the same template. So again, the content is about 100 words. Ideally it should be again between 3 and 500, but on this page they've only used the keyword residential once, whereas it should have a keyword density of between 3 and 5%. And again, if they included some paragraph headings, it would just break up the content, make it a bit more scannable, and be another opportunity to include the keywords. Another thing to note is that they've got a clean URL, which makes it easy for the search engines to read and give them a bit more of an indication of what the page is about. So if we again look at the meta details, they've got cleaning residential windows. They could include London in there, and then that would just reinforce their target location. and then for the description they've got London window cleaners using the rinse and wash system to safely clean your windows, which is fine. Again, including a call to action at the end may improve their click-through rates. Now, when we come to the keywords, they've got clean up to the 5th floor windows, which doesn't really have any relevance to the keywords they're targeting. Ideally they'd have residential window cleaning London, residential window cleaning in London. Those are the keywords that they're ultimately looking to optimize for. So that covers the key points for the search engine optimization, but to summarize, all the pages could benefit by having more content, ideally between 300 and 500 words, and all of the pages apart from the home page would benefit by having a higher keyword density of ideally between 3 and 5%, and also include some paragraph headings which would have the keywords within them. And again, it would be worth reviewing the meta titles to include the keyword, make sure the keywords are included within all the meta titles, descriptions and keywords, and also removing some of the keywords which weren't relevant, just to reinforce exactly what keywords the pages are focusing on. Before making any edits to the content, it's worth making sure that the content is focusing on the right keywords, and one of the best ways to do that is with keyword research. So today we're going to use the AdWords keyword research tool. If you don't have an AdWords account, you can open one easily for free. Just search for Google AdWords and then go to Tools and Analysis and Keyword Research Tool. And then type in the keyword that you think is relevant. In this case it will be window cleaning London, and do a search. Make sure that you have all your options right. So we're targeting the United Kingdom in English and desktop and laptops, and it'll come up with a list of relevant keywords. So cleaning services London wouldn't be relevant because it's not specific to Windows, but we have window cleaning London, window cleaning services London, window cleaning, commercial window cleaning London. If you go through all the keywords, selecting the ones that you feel are relevant to you, and then click download and click selected, it'll then download a CSV file with all the keywords. So I've got one I did a bit earlier on. So we have a list of our relevant keywords. We then have a competition column which shows how competitive the keyword is. The higher, it's out of 1, so the higher the more competitive it is. We have your global monthly searches. The local searches are the ones that are made just within the UK, and the estimate cost per click if you were to run an AdWords campaign. So once you have your keywords, we need to split them into relevant categories. So in this case we could have a category specifically for keywords for London, one for the generic keywords, one for domestic, but again prepared something a bit earlier on. So we have categories for window cleaners London with all the keywords, commercial window cleaning London with the relevant keywords, residential, and then the more location specific. And then we have the more generic keywords here for residential, domestic, window cleaning services. Because the London Window Cleaning Company only focus on or target the London area, the only keywords worth targeting are the ones at the top here. So these are the keywords we'd use on the home page. These are the keywords we'd use on the commercial page. This is a keyword we use on the residential page, and if we wanted to, we could create a page for each one of the more specific locations. But given the low search volumes, it may not be worth the time involved. But that's dependent. It'll vary from company to company. So if we now look at the design to see what can be done there to improve the conversion rate, we can see that they've used the header area for the branding, and we have a clear menu down the left with the content underneath, and a scrolling call to action at the top with the number. Now, in terms of improving this, they haven't used any segmentation, so their two clear target segments are residential and commercial clients. So rather than hiding these within the menu, we could have two clear options within the main area, either within the main graphic or underneath, allowing people to choose whether they're a residential or commercial client, and then going straight through to those pages. In terms of the core messaging, one being the free quote, and two, having a no quibble money back guarantee. Even though the free quote is included at the top, I think it would be worth including it within the core area of the page, just to make it more visible. And also having a no quibble money back guarantee is something which would give people confidence in making the inquiry. The third point is having a strong call to action. Again, they have the number at the top, but I think they would benefit by having it within the main area. One, it would make it more visible, and two, even though this scrolling functionality may get some attention, from a usability point of view, it may be difficult to type in this number when it's moving. It'd be much easier if it was still, just so you could type it into your phone. In terms of the internal pages, because all the pages work off the same template, all the same applies. So you wouldn't, once you're in the internal area, you wouldn't need the segmentation of residential or commercial, but still it would be worth having the clear messages on every page and a clear call to action, being the phone number or a contact form. So based on those points, we've produced a concept design which looks like this. So what we've done here is we've reduced the size of the header, putting the logo in the top left, and by reducing the header we've been able to move all the content up, making more visible above the fold. We've then introduced a horizontal menu system which would have a drop down, which would just allows us to not have all the items immediately visible and just makes it all a bit more digestible. Within the header, we've then clearly stated what the London Window Cleaning Company does, reinforcing the message, and then including the key messaging points. So there's free quotations, no quibble money back guarantee, and the fully insured. We've then introduced two funnels to the target segments groups, being the residential window cleaning and the commercial window cleaning, both of which will go to their relevant pages if clicked on. In terms of the calls to action, we've got the number clearly stated top right, and a request to quote form, which is here hovering over the banner, making it very clear to see, and again the number at the bottom left. In terms of the content, we've made it a bit longer and cut it up by introducing paragraph headings, just to make it all a bit more digestible, allowing people to scan the page and find the information that's relevant to them. We've also put in a testimonial within the page, which again will give people a bit more confidence in making that inquiry. This template can be used across the whole site, so it can be a one template site as it currently is, with just the main content area changing here. So for the meta details, we could have on the home page, for the title, the London Window Cleaning Company. For the description, we can have providing professional window cleaning services in London to residential and commercial buildings, and with a call to action at the end, get a free quote today. And then for the keywords, we've got window cleaning London, window cleaning in London, window cleaning services London, commercial window cleaning, and residential window cleaning. So in the title, description and keywords, we've all got the target keywords that the page is focusing on. That brings us to the end of this case study presentation video. I hope you found some value within it. If you have, please check out our other videos. Thank you.